Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be reviewing my Peloton bike for you guys. I have had this bike since December 2021. So it's been a few years of owning it. I feel like I know it pretty well enough definitely to recommend it to you guys and to talk about the features and what I enjoy on the bike and maybe what you'll enjoy on the bike too. So the bike that we have, I believe, is the most generic one. When we bought it, it might be different now, but this was the one that was a little cheaper. And the reason why is because the screen is smaller. So I'm going to start it up with you guys and I'm going to just take you through what you can do and what I enjoy doing on it and just talk more in depth about things. So how you turn it on is you just push behind the screen here. Okay, so you can go through, so they'll always, it basically works like social media in a sense where it starts to pick up your algorithm of like what you enjoy based on your history. So it will do like recommendations for you. I don't like to ride for very long durations. I usually do like a 20-minute ride. So for me, it's recommending a lot of 20-minute rides. I definitely like doing like a house ride. So you can choose your music. There's so many different things, you guys. Like, it is really, really cool. For us in Canada, the cost is $60 a month. I think it's 60. I don't think it's gone up since then. I will make sure of that and then put it down below. But yeah, so I live in Canada. Anyways, so you can go through, there's like featured collections, more for you, scenic routes. This is also cool to do. So if you don't feel like doing a class with an instructor, you can do these scenic rides, which are in different locations. Like there's London, Canary Islands, Scotland, Puerto Rico ride, Iceland ride. If you like, I will click on one and show you. So what I would say is I feel like if you had the bigger screen and you did the scenic rides, it would make it a lot better. With the smaller screen, I feel like maybe it's not as cool. And by the way, you might notice that my screen is up higher, and that is because we recently purchased a adapter from Amazon that lifts it up higher, and then you can tilt it, and you can also, so you can tilt it up and down, and then you can tilt it so like that, and you can tilt it side to side. And the reason we got that is because I actually have a exercise mat behind me, and I do a lot of the strength exercises as well as the yoga classes. And I was finding it really hard to see the screen while I was down on the mat. So this adaptation makes it so much better. I am now able to see the screen, which is awesome. Okay, so we'll start this Iceland ride and I'll just show you guys. And then so there's a volume button here, up and down, and you can always choose if you want to hear more music, or if you want to hear more of the instructor.
The land of midnight sun, fire and ice, where Vikings once roamed and puffins now flutter.
Or just default, which is like the perfect blend of both. So they'll do an introduction usually.
You're going to have 3 numbers that are going to guide you through this ride. On your left hand side you have that cadence, that's how fast your legs are going.
So cadence is your speed basically. And then so down here, this is how you control how much resistance you put on. Okay, so here we go with the ride.
4 efforts. We've got jogs, we've got climbs coming away, 3 recoveries.
And
during each one of those efforts and those recoveries, we're going to go explore.
As you can see, I feel like the screen is not the best clarity. I don't know if the clarity goes up when you get the more expensive screen. It could possibly also be our internet connection, I'm not really sure. But so here you can see who else is on the ride with you. So right now there's only 15 people doing this, like in the world, on this exact ride. And then here I am, Sunshine Girl. So I'm number 13, which is almost the last, and that's because I'm not pedaling.
Last time I saw glaciers, the northern lights. This time we're going to go hit the lava fields.
So yeah, a lot of the ride, it will look like this, but then a lot of the ride, it will be from like the first person perspective, which would be like if you were actually there riding. So yeah, it's like you're riding there, see?
Sleepy little harbour village. Sticky's home is his name.
Okay, so
Sneaky look of it. This place is
it's really
actually
cool, like
super
especially
quick when
if
it
you
comes
want
to
to see what
climbing.
different cities look like. This is a really neat way to do it because you get like a little taste of what it's like.
The Earth-Check environmental certificate, pretty amazing, right?
Okay, so we're gonna exit out of here. So yeah, you guys get the idea of that. So I'll talk about some of the favorite things that I like. I might be a little different than most people. So what I actually enjoy doing the most is I really enjoy, is it under programs? No, it's under classes. So these are your options. You have like boot camp, which I think is like a series put together, like you join it. Well, let's just click it. I'll show you guys. 30-minute boot camp. So I think these maybe are just like more hardcore. I don't believe I've ever done a boot camp. So I actually typically do strength classes. And so I just have some weights here. This is the Nuo weight set. It's very compact if you're looking for something really compact. And then I also have these smaller dumbbells as well. And then so like this is our setup with the bike. And then I have a mat here, just like that. So I really, really like doing the strength classes. I find them like just such a good way to stay focused through the whole exercise rather than being on your own and then you just kind of like, you're like, that's enough, and then you quit. So they're really, really good. So if you are into weight training, you might really appreciate the strength training classes. Lately, I've been getting into yoga as well. There are numerous yoga classes. You can choose what type of yoga you want. You can filter by time, instructor, type of yoga. For strength, you can filter by like duration, like so time, you can by beginner, advanced, upper body, lower body. There's so many different ways you can filter. Stretching is also nice too. You can do meditation, and there are endless classes. And so you don't have to do classes as they go live, but if you like, you can do classes as they go live. So here we'll show you all of the live classes under schedule. I think this just shows how I don't do live classes. So, okay, here we go. So this is for today, and then coming up, or no, that's for tomorrow. So yeah, so you can add these to your schedule. Like you want to work out at 8:30 a.m. You can do this, and then you will be in this class live. And so you'll be on the leaderboard here. And a lot of times too, the instructor can like call out your name. So it's really cool. It's just like being like live in the gym basically, but you are in your own home. So you can go through and add whatever you want, like go through the strength, go through the cycling, whatever, and you can add them to your schedule, add them live to do if you like. Or like I said, you can do them at your own pace, at your own time. So you don't have to worry that you missed the live class. And another thing that's really cool, so click all. Okay, wait, let's go back to classes. Is the bar. I really like the bar, but you know what? I have a really hard time finding it. So this is how I find it. I type it in here. And I think it's R-E. Is that correct? Am I spelling this right? Bar? I don't know. It's a weird spelling. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so bar. These classes, I'm sure there's a better way to find them. This is how I have to find them. It's really cool because this is, if you don't have any weights or anything, this is strength training using your own body weight. So there are all these classes to choose from, and they're really, really good. And you will fall in love with certain instructors over others, and you can filter, again, by instructor. You can filter by music. It's pretty cool. Okay, so cycling, there are so many classes, you guys. Like, if you really like Disney, for example, you can literally do like Disney classes. Like you can do different musicals, like Broadway musical classes. You can do hip hop music classes. You can do like Beyonce classes. It is endless how you can choose how you want to ride. And there are, as you see, there's different times, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Arms ride. Okay, so this is the thing. We bought ours with the weights. We chose the 3-pound weights. I think I have only used them once though. So at first I was thinking like every class you use the weights, but that is not true. So I think it's actually, to be honest, I feel like it's pretty rare that you even see it, how it says arms. But yes, they are out there. And so each class, before you take it, if you want, you can like see what, you can kind of review like equipment, music, the class plan, like warm up, cycling, upper body, whatever. You can see like what part of your body will be worked the most. It's really awesome. Okay, so we got the Peloton shoes. I would say they fit quite true to size. I have a size 8. I am usually a size 7.5 to a 8, and these work perfectly for me. You can adjust the bottoms. It comes with tools, so you can select how you feel comfortable with your shoes, like your feet on the pedals. For me, I really realized after a while that I like mine pulled down as much as possible. You can see mine's on like number 5 versus number 1. So everybody's different, and you will have to, I guess, ride for a bit just to see like how you feel most comfortable. You can easily adjust the height of the bike, and then like as well as forward and backward. And there are 2 little cup holders. A lot of times I'll put like a water bottle here and then have my phone here just in case of an emergency. I'll show you guys how you get on and off the bike here. Okay, so to put your foot in, it's really easy. You just kind of feel and then push down and it will click. Hopefully you can see. And then to get out, you just twist. Whoops, that was too easy. So you just push your heel out, like twist your foot, and it will come out. Sometimes it can be really hard. Yeah, so sometimes it can be really easy to get your foot out, and then sometimes it can be really hard. At first, mine was quite a bit harder. And I would say definitely at first it feels a lot harder, but you can actually adjust on the shoes to make it a little easier for you. I think it's your shoes, unless it's the pedal. No, it would be your shoe. See, I didn't do this, my husband did, but mine was really hard at first, and that's, I think, why I usually ride with my bike, because like I have this fear I'm going to get stuck on the bike, which I know is just like not gonna happen, but for some reason I still have the fear. But yes, as you've seen, it was actually really easy. So I really just like don't have anything else to say. I would say this is the only thing. It is quite expensive monthly. I don't think that the initial cost of the bike is really that high. I think it's like priced right, but I would say it's the monthly membership that gets really expensive. So for instance, like if you see yourself still going to the gym, like I don't like, obviously, unless you just want to spend more money, like whatever, then go for it. But personally, at the price it is, I feel like that is basically the price of a gym membership. So you want to make sure that you will be quite dedicated to the bike and using it, and just getting your money's worth out of it. But what's really nice, like if you get sick of cycling, there's so many different options you can choose from. So right now I'm really into yoga, and that's helping me stay motivated. And I think just because it's new and fresh, it's keeping me doing something. So you can switch it up when you start to get bored. There are so many options. And another cool thing about Peloton is it comes with the app for your phone. So actually, if you don't even have the bike with you, and if you want to do a stretching class, a meditation, or strength training, or a yoga class, you can do that all on the go. Like for instance, if you are traveling and you're in a hotel room or something like that, you can still access all of the classes on your phone and do the exercise. So that's actually a really cool benefit, as well as you can add your family members to the bike, and then they also have access to the mobile app. I'm not really sure like where that taps out. We have 3 people on ours, including myself right now. So that's really cool. For instance, like I know a lot of people will go to YouTube for yoga classes or strength training exercises. But if you say if one of your family members has a Peloton, you can just ask to go on their account and then use the Peloton classes too, which is really cool. And then also on the phone, on the mobile app, you can, if you wanted to, you can just like lie in bed one night and you can schedule all of your classes that you want to do. So to keep yourself held accountable, you can set notifications and alarms to make sure that you get up and do your exercises. So it's a really cool app. You do have to stay self-motivated though to definitely get your money's worth. But I really honestly like have nothing bad to say about Peloton. The only thing ever is sometimes our internet, for whatever reason, will get a little laggy and there will be like just a little delay in the in the biking or in the class. That's rarely ever happened. So just make sure that you have a really good internet connection. Otherwise, everything is really good and I really like Peloton. So I actually really recommend it. I don't know if I think that having the upgraded screen is worth it. I would say though that with this screen, the speakers are on the back of the screen, so they're actually not facing you. So for instance, if you want to hear the music like quite loud, you have to turn it up quite a bit. So if somebody is in the other room or like in front of your bike, they're going to hear the music even louder than you're going to hear the music, which might be annoying. So I think with the bigger screen, they do have the speakers on the front. So that is one like definite major positive I would say with going with the bigger screen. I don't really even know why they bothered putting the speakers on the back. It is really frustrating, to be honest. Another thing is you can join your friends. Here, I'll show you guys. You can go into your account here and you can see all of your past workouts. Okay, so you can check out all of your past workouts, all of your activity. You can also, it comes with a heart rate monitor. I will show you guys. Okay, so this is the Peloton heart rate monitor. For whatever reason, maybe they've changed this. Mine was too big, so I kind of like sewed it so it would be tighter. And you just put this on your chest and it reads your heart rate. Delete workout. Oh, okay, that's cool. Okay, yeah, so I didn't really work out, so let's get that out of there. So you can see what I've been up to. I've been doing yoga, upper body strength, legs and glutes. It's just so cool. And if you really like a workout that you did, you can actually favorite it as well. So you can find it by going into your history, but you could also like favorite it when you're done the class or whatever, right? So that's pretty cool. So then later you can go into your favorites and find which ones you like the most. Achievements, they have like silly little things. For instance, like I guess I rode on Thanksgiving, so I got a turkey burn award. I got a hip hop 50, holiday 2022, Peloton scenic rides, artist series, and then it shows like your accomplishments. So I've done 50 rides, and yeah, it shows your activity. Shows all the songs you've listened to or the ones that you favorited, so you can actually favorite songs, and then it's attached to your Spotify, so you can have it will transfer over into your Spotify app if you under your favorited songs, which ones you liked. You can have your friends. I have never clicked this button in my life. Let's click it. Entertainment. Your activity and privacy settings are controlled and subject to the terms. Tracking technology. IP address. I don't know. Oh, you can watch like Netflix. Okay, we don't need to do this, but I see there's like an NBA thing. There's something Peloton Originals. It's hard to see. And then Netflix. Maybe this is like if you don't have a TV and you really want to use your screen for other things. I'm not really sure, but see, there's Fat Boy Slim classes, which is like really cool. I really like Fat Boy Slim. So that's pretty cool. You know, I'm going to save that. I don't like doing a long ride. I'm going to save this one. Full body strength. Yeah, why not? So it's really cool. They're always like showing you things that you might like and encouraging you to work up or work out. Sorry, there is a ludicrous warm-up ride. There's Madonna. It's like endless, you guys. There's everything on here, and it's a really cool program, and I really like it. And there's certain instructors that I really like. I really like Callie. I forget her last name, but she's definitely one of my favorites. There's Broadway series, rock and roll, Aussie vibes. There's so much stuff. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. And if you have any questions that I forgot to mention about the Peloton, please leave me a comment below. I will get back to you guys. I try really hard to get back to every single comment. And hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye.